opportunity to get involved in sports.
My venture is Own Your Burden, Learning Disabilities by Teens. We're a group of high school students with learning disabilities and learning differences that go around to 4th and 5th grade classes and discuss how to make an open environment for kids with learning disabilities and learning differences to come forward and feel confident and stop being ashamed of any problems they might face in school.
This is my venture, hooping against teen violence, and I feel as though, like in my community, I live in a Brooklyn Ward 5 community, and in my community, it's like a whole rack of teens outside, and we had one of the top 5 biggest wrecks. And what brings to my mind, like, why is the teens always outside? So I reached out to some of the teens in my community and seen, like, why they always outside, and basically they say it's nothing for them to do. So I reached out to my rec manager to see, like, how the schedule is for everyone, and basically it's only 2 days out the week for teens to actually go to the rec and do something. And I thought that was kind of crazy. So I'm setting up these basketball tournaments year-round, whereas though the teens could come into the gym, play ball, and afterwards, after playing ball for community service hours, they could clean up after the rec because every DC student needs 100 community service hours to graduate.
I'm Robin Pollack.
And I'm Caitlin Christian.
And we're sophomores at Sidwell Friends High School.
And our venture is called Clean Care.
On average, about how many products would you say you guys used, personal care products, in one day? How about you? On average?
10.
3. All right, well, the average teenager uses about 17 per day. And a lot of these products have been linked to cancer, allergies, infertility, organ damage, developmental issues, hormone disruption, and birth defects.
Clean Care really wants to educate teenagers about this because teenagers, their bodies are developing, they're the most susceptible to all of the side effects that these chemicals have. Also, teenagers just don't know about a lot of these things because we're younger. We assume that everything we put on our bodies is fine and safe, and we really just want to smell good. Also, as we said before, we use more products than adults. So the way we would do this is presentations at schools where we would present all the health side effects that are related with a lot of these chemicals. We'd offer some alternative products that teenagers can use that are safer, and we'd also talk to them about the various petitions and legislation that's in Congress right now that's trying to change the laws and make products that have better safety standards.
I'm a sophomore at Richard Montgomery High School in Rockville, Maryland, and I'm also a lot of other things. I am a banana, as you would call it, because I am yellow on the outside and white on the inside. I am an ABC, an American-born Chinese. I'm also a second-generation immigrant. And so for kids like me, that's an identity crisis right there. So many things to be. So my venture, Cultural Crossroads, deals with that and more. And so our mission is to address the often disjointed relationship between first and second generation Chinese Americans, so that would be the parents and the kids, by bridging the cultural gap between the Chinese American community and the American cultural environment it resides in.
Did you know that in DC that there are 2,000 children in the Child and Family Service Agency, and that teenagers make up 59% of that population? Our program, Foster Teen Expression, addresses the lack of ability for foster teens in the Child and Family Service Agency, also known as CFSA, to achieve their goals as young adults. Our program acts as a support system that is strongly needed in care. The alumni and the staff will take the role of mentoring and encourage you to build up and motivate their peers. When I first came into care, I was lost, scared, and unheard. Expressing myself helped me get to the depth of who I am as a person, built my self-confidence, and made me consciously aware of what goes on around me. When I felt defeated, art gave me the will to take back control of my life and advocate for youth right in CFSA. The process of creating their final projects will help them cope with the hardship they face and their traumatic experience of being in care.